each year. Produces approximately 40.6 billion pounds of pork. The United States, accounting for a significant portion of global meat production. The robust and thriving pork processed 353,000 pigs. Right now, let's take a look at how American farming meets both domestic and international consumption demands in modern processing plants. Currently, there are over 133 million recorded on US farms. Iowa, Minnesota, North Carolina has over 63,000 pig farms of varying sizes and capacities. The United States, pigs are loaded onto specialized. When pigs reach a weight of 250 to 300 pounds, they are transported to processing plants. And Illinois are the states with the highest number of pig farms. Upon arrival at the slaughterhouse, pigs are typically rendered unconscious using electric stunning to reduce stress during transportation. Equipped with non-slip floors and efficient ventilation system. Next, workers use knives to slit the pig's throat, ensuring the blood is fully drained, which helps to maintain meat quality. Before being hung upside down on automated processing line chamber. The intense flames burn. The processing line then moves the pigs through an automated any remaining hair and impurities on the skin, ensuring a clean surface for further processing for separate handling. Next, workers use automated. Skilled workers use knives to carefully open the abdomens, expertly removing all internal organs. This process is carried out with high precision to split the pig's carcass in half lengthwise to ensure each half is evenly divided, certifying that the product complies with food safety requirements. Carcasses meeting standards are stamped with an official seal of approval. These halves are then kept in a chilled environment to ensure freshness throughout the handling process, where workers use automated machinery to separate the meat from the bone. Cuts such as shoulder, loin, and the halves are then moved to the cutting area. Pork belly is carefully selected for the production of bacon and neatly trimmed. Finally, the pork is vacuumed to maintain its freshness and quality. An automated skinning machine, after which the remaining fat and meat are processed. The skin is removed, one of the most popular pork products, into smoking chambers until the meat reaches the desired level of done infused into every bite to ensure uniform size. After being seasoned, the slice with a golden brown outer layer and a smoke. In addition to bacon, pork sausages are. The production process begins with selecting fresh staple product at processing plants. After blending, next it is thoroughly mixed with spice and other additives to create its signature flavor. The meat is then finely chopped and ground. It is stuffed and tightly tied into segments through meat markets and supermarkets, undergoing heat treatment. Most pork is consumed in the domestic food market, transported to ports for export to countries. Meanwhile, some China, Japan, and Mexico. Each year, approximately 10 million US are exported. This is equivalent to 7 billion. American farmers typically harvest weaned of pork, or at 10 to 12 weeks when they weigh around 55 pounds. and transport them to pig farms for further fattening. Traditionally, weaned pigs are sold at 6 weeks when they weigh between 19 and 22 pounds to improve cash to supply the food market directly. Serving specialty dishes. Meat from suckling pigs is highly valued for its exceptional tenderness as roasted suckling pig. Some piglets are harvested at 2 to 6 weeks of flavour. Roasting shops can provide pigs as small as 10 pounds thanks to its delicious taste and signature crispy skin. Nebraska, Montana and South dish is a favourite for many festive occasions and or as large as 50 pounds. Are major hubs of the bison farming industry, around 44 million pounds of bison meat, contributing a significant share of the bison meat supply to the market. Annually, the US produces such as Canada and Europe. This typically runs from September to November. The bison harvesting season, with over 15% exported to market, having consumed abundant natural forage during the summer, usually between 880 and 1300 pounds. This is when bison have reached their ideal weight. The slaughter process begins with stunning the bison using a captive bolt, followed by exaggeration to ensure fresh meat. The hide is then carefully removed for the leather industry and the internal organs are extracted. Edible parts such as the liver, kidneys and are retained for separate processing. USDA inspectors meticulously. Once cleaned, the bison carcass is split longitudinally. Examine each half to ensure there are no signs along the spine using specialized saw. These cuts are then processed and packed or contamination. Carcasses that do not meet the standards are discarded, including chuck, ribs, loin, and at this stage, professional butchers break the bison carcass into primary cuts. Bison meat can be prepared in various ways, from grilling to frying before distribution to the market. The final products are stored in modern cold storage facilities. Its tender texture, low fat content, and rich flavour make it highly appealing to diners. The United States is also one of the most sought after producers of foie gras. Sonoma County, California. Foie gras production is focused on feeding the final 3 weeks before harvest. During this stage, geese are fed starch-rich grains such as corn, and the Hudson Valley in New York are renowned for producing high-quality foie gras. Farmers insert 12-inch metal tubes down the geese's at around 20 to 24 weeks, the geese optimal weight and fat levels, and farmers begin harvesting to pump a large volume of food into their stomachs. In processing facility and texture, high quality to 1.9 pounds. The livers are inspected for size. Skilled workers carefully extract the liver, which typically weighs between 1.5, which is divided into parts such as breast. The remaining goose body is processed into meat, are reserved for premium markets. However, US production is relatively small. Meanwhile, around 80% of the world's foie gras, thighs and wings. These meat portions are ordered according to customer demand and distributed to the retail market. It was produced in the EU in 2023. The United States is the largest producer of bison in the world. More than 29,000 pounds of foie gras were produced in the EU. Bison farms are primarily concentrated in areas such as Montana, Wyoming, and South Dakota, meat to both domestic and international markets. These farms supply a significant amount of depending on the bison's weight and quality of the farm. Harvesting usually takes place in late summer or early fall. These bison are typically roam freely on natural grasslands to gain weight before being sold, between 18 and 36 months old, weighing between 1,100 and 1,200 pounds. Bison meat is cut into smaller portions. Most of the meat comes from male bison. Today, bison meat has been inspected for quality and kept in cold storage, a popular choice in high-end restaurants and supermarkets, until it is ready for market distribution. Each year, the United States consumes between. The domestic demand for bison meat continues to grow, driven mainly by the desire for clean, low-fat, and nutrient-rich food. Sheep production models have transcended the confines of farm and have become a critical link in the global economic value chain. In this video, we will explore how farmers raise 1,060,000 bison. Today, more than 1.3 transport and process millions of sheep. With Australia, New Zealand, billion sheep are raised across 78 countries and 22 billion pounds of lamb, and the US leading in production. Sheep farming is a key industry that generates significant economic returns annually, supplying 70% of the world's each year. How are products from hundreds of millions of sheep brought to dining tables and the global food industry? Global wool production, prized for its fine and long fleece. Merino wool has natural temperature regulating and antibacterial properties. Starts with breeding. The Merino breed accounts for 50%, spanning over 2.5 million square miles of rugged terrain. These exceptional qualities make Merino, providing wearers comfort across all seasons. One of the most widely farmed breeds globally, is home to over 60,000. This region, known for its harsh climate, Australia's outback, is a powerhouse for merino sheep farm, from arid deserts to cool farms, and more than 70 million merino sheep. The Dorper breed is renowned for its meat productivity. Dorper lamb is tender, sweet, low in fat. With over 30,000 Dorper sheep, farms in New South Wales supply thousands of pounds of meat annually and carries a distinctive natural flavour. Notably, this breed grows. This meets the demands of premium marketing and has an efficient feed conversion rate which reduces farming costs. Aiming for 2 reproductive cycles, European farms often breed under optimal conditions. Sheep typically give birth to 1 to 3 lambs per year, with an average gestation period of around 150 days to ensure healthy growth and high survival rate during the first 2 to 3 months within 3 years. This enables rapid flock expansion. From birth to weaning, lambs require meticulous. Lambs primarily rely on their mother's milk to receive essential nutrients. At around 8 to 12 weeks, preparing for the next stage of life, lambs become strong enough to transition to a more independent farm. New South Wales is home to over 28 million sheep. Advanced equipment helps farmers handle and distribute feed like grains and dried straw, known for their large-scale operation and modern care techniques, ensuring the sheep receive proper nutrition. To see how locals raise millions of sheep each year. A large flock of 570. Now let's head to New Zealand's north. New Zealand is the world's largest exporter of lamb, is moving along the hillside to graze and drink water for their wool and meat. Sheep in New Zealand are primarily with a total of 48 million sheep. The country has around 25,000 sheep, averaging just over 5 sheep per farmer. At a large sheep farm on the western shore of Lake Wakatipu, around 29,000 sheep are raised. Every 3 to 4 months, workers shear the sheep, with sheep producing around 8 pounds of, earning around $2 to $3 a sheep. An experienced shearer can shear between 200 and 400 sheep a day. Daily barn cleaning is conducted to maintain a clean environment and reduce disease risks. On large farms, farmers often use modern machines to save time and improve efficiency, while others alternate days. Some farms graze their flocks daily, with 90% of the land dedicated to pastures for grazing. An average farm spends 50 to 1,000 acres. They move the sheep quickly through these areas. Farmers use sheepdogs and mobile troughs to guide their flocks. The pastures where they lead the sheep typically cover around acres and stimulate the growth of cool season grasses. They also crush weeds, improve soil in order to maximize the grass growing season while preparing for winter, as the sheep graze and trample the grass. This is one of the major benefits of rotational grazing. And parasite infestations. To prevent these, farmers conduct regular health checks and vaccinate the sheep. Additionally, farms face challenges such as disease. Lambs are usually vaccinated at around 3 months. The sheep farming industry in New Zealand invests over $21 million annually in technology in order to protect them from common diseases. The disease detection and prevention. The wool harvesting process begins with sheep shearing, an essential step to ensure their health and productivity. Ensuring the fleece is removed in one continuous piece for optimal quality. After shearing, the wool is sorted and cleaned. A skilled shearer can shear a sheep in just a few minutes of high quality fibre annually. Ready for the wool is then carded and spun into yarn, losing around 50% of its weight as impurities are removed, producing around 380 million pounds. At Talano Farm, around 64,000 sheep are shorn within 10 weeks. A single merino sheep can yield 9 to 11 pounds of wool each year. Textile market. Enough to produce more than 10 premium sweaters, producing 1,500 bales of wool. A significant contribution to the wool and sustainable practices has made Talano a symbol of excellence in sheep farming. The combination of merino wools with wool exports generate. Each year, Australia produces around 760 million pounds of wool. This industry is a major contributor to the national economy. Before transportation, sheep undergo health checks and are given food and over $3 billion Australian dollars annually to reduce stress. For land designed with multiple decks, separate pens, weaning occurs 14 days prior to specialized livestock distance travel. And advanced ventilation systems ensure the health-being of the sheep during transport. These ships can carry up to 70,000 sheep, making them ideal for large-scale shipments lasting 3 weeks. Countries in the Middle East. In 2023, Australia's share of 2 million live sheep, primarily. Each year, Australia exports and outputs over 570,000 sheep annually. In the US, Texas industry achieves an export value exceeding $2 billion. To processing plants in California and Colorado. Modern processing plants can handle up to 10,000 sheep annually, ensuring food safety and minimum waste. Upon arrival at the plant, sheep are anesthetized. The sheep are cleaned by removing the to ensure humane practices in meat production. This is a crucial step in modern processing. After processing, the sheep are moved to cold storage to freeze the meat and preserve its quality. Internal organs and inedible parts. Lamb meat is then portioned cuts such as ribs, legs, loin. Lamb is categorized in popular cuts, with ribs accounting for around 30% of and shoulders using automated laser-guided systems. Legs 25% and fillets 15% staging area, where it is labeled and prepared for distribution to retail. The meat is then transferred to the lamb from Western Australia is renowned for its delicious flavour and tenderness, restaurants and markets, making it suitable for a variety of cooking styles, where it is used to make famous cheeses like feta and pecorino. Sheep's milk is also very important. It is often favoured by chefs for its consistent quality, especially in Mediterranean countries, but also drive exports, supplying the high-end fashion industry. These products not only support the local economy. Each year, more than 90% of merino wool is exported from Australia to European countries in modern plants. The sheep farming industry has created immense economic value from sheep farming to and provides high-quality products to the world.